morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Chaitra. The top stories first. EC to print 20 million ballot papers for local election. Printing to begin after releasing the final list of voters. UML to focus on upcoming election, the main opposition party against electoral alliance. Actor Paul Saha remanded to judicial custody, court orders further investigation into the rape case. West attacks Russian barbarism, Ukrainians continue sheltering from bombardment. And Thailand defeat Nepal in international friendly, Nepal conceded 2 late goals against the host. And now the news in detail. The Election Commission has decided to print 20 ballot papers targeting the upcoming local level polls scheduled to be held on May 13. Assistant spokesperson of the Commission, Surya Prasad Aryal, said the number of ballot papers would be printed against 17.7 million registered voters. According to Aryal, the printing of the ballot paper would begin only after releasing the final name list of the voters. He said the estimated numbers of additional ballot paper would be printed by considering different factors. The EC has also said talks have been initiated with the officials of Janak Educational Materials Center for the printing of the ballot paper. Likewise, EC said it is reviewing the district-level organizations of 73 different political parties submitted at the EC. Furthermore, the EC said interaction with the stakeholders has already begun from March 23 on the implementation of the election code of the conduct. The Central Committee meeting of the CP and UML concluded yesterday by instructing the leaders and cadres to concentrate on the upcoming local election. The meeting that started on Wednesday passed the political report presented by party chair KP Sharma Oli and concluded with a decision on 11-point agenda. At the conclusion, the meeting chair Oli had directed the party leaders to mobilize cadres with a focus on the upcoming election. He urged the party ranked and file to go from door to door and acquainted with the problems of the people. According to Bishnu Rizal, Deputy Chief of the Central Publicity Department of the CP and UML, the meeting decided to have at least 5 speakers in the party's public program, reduce the use of garlands and food, make the programs quicker and keep only the speakers on the platform. The meeting has passed 6 criteria for local level election candidates. It authorized the Secretariat to finalize the election manifesto as soon as possible. A working group comprising Vice President Yuvraj Gyawali, Deputy General Secretaries Pradip Gyawali and Bishnu Rimal, leaders Devendra Dahal, Prabhu Saha, Manoj Singh Thapa, Yuvraj Khatioda, Prabha Baral and Dr. Dinesh Chandra Devkota has been formed under the coordination of Senior Vice President Ishwar Pokhrel to draft the election manifesto. Senior Vice President of CP and UML, Ishwar Pokhrel, has said that the main opposition party will not force any kind of electoral alliance during the upcoming local level election. Speaking after the UML Standing Committee meeting yesterday, Pokhrel said UML does not need any support from any party for the polls. He said it is weak to that not to trust their own feet that need support to stand up. He said that the party meeting has directed the leaders and cadres to prepare for the election with the aim of winning the polls. President Bidya Devi Bhandari has stressed on the need to implement the concerned policies and laws for the protection of water resources. A report. Speaking on the occasion of World Water Day at Sital Niwas yesterday, President Bidya Devi Bhandari stressed on proportional distribution of water between humans, soil and plants. She pointed out the need to end the procrastination. The President said although the program to clean the Bagmati has been started since 2051 BS, it has not improved yet. Ichumati has been lost in the capital while stone spouts in the valley no longer provide water, according to President Bhandari. President Bhandari said that the problem has also surfaced as development works are carried out without proper study and research. She drew the attention of all to the need to get involved in the politics of strengthening the nation. President Bhandari also committed to including the suggestions made by experts in this regard in the government's policies and programs for the coming year. Former Minister and Water Resources expert Deepak Gyawali said that the local level should collect data on water resources in its geographical area and utilize them properly. Gyawali said that everyone should be vigilant as the water resources are dying up due to the construction made out by wiping out traditional ponds and lakes. Expert Dr. Subodh Sharma said that climate change has become a crisis for countries like Nepal. He said that there are 108 small and big lakes from Pachpokhari to Gosai Kunda, and such sites should be conserved while suggesting the concerned bodies to study the condition of old ponds, streams, wells, and stone spouts and preserve them. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 32 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 978,297, while the number of active cases has dropped to 2,219. Coronavirus claimed no more lives across the country yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 60 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 81.56 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 43.01 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 477.74 million people across the world and claimed over 6.13 million lives. The Tanahu District Court has ordered to send actor Paul Saha to jail for trial on the charge of raping a minor. A single bench of District Court Judge Harish Chandra Dhungana has remanded Saha to judicial custody. The court decided to send him to judicial custody after initial hearings on Wednesday and Thursday. The court ruled that the accused needs to be interrogated as the evidences obtained so far shows he is guilty of the crime. In the same case, Krishna Joshi, who is said to be Saha's manager, has been ordered to be released on bail of Rs 100,000. Joshi was released after he deposited the bail amount this evening. And now the news from economic front. The European Union has financially assisted 3 international organizations working in Nepal to launch a partnership project aimed at supporting the skilling, reskilling and upskilling of returnee migrants workers after affected by COVID-19 pandemic, a report. The EU funded 1.99 million euros in total to the United Nations Development Programme, International Labour Organization Nepal, and International Organization for Migration for the British Council-managed Dakshata TVET Practical Partnership project, which will run for 10 months. The activities under the grant scheme target trainers or the trainers in 3 of the most important economic sectors in Nepal: agriculture, tourism and construction. At a program organized in the capital on Wednesday to shed light on the issue, Joint Secretary at TVET Division of the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Dr. Kamal Pokhrel, said the project to be launched at a time when Nepal is facing the influx in returning migrant workers in the wake of COVID-19 is timely and appropriate. It would help the returnee migrant workers in economic and market reintegration. The project aims at building competence of stakeholders and support returnee migrant workers and the families who have been affected by the pandemic. On the occasion, head of the Cooperation Department of the European Union delegation to Nepal, Dr. Marco Jimmer, said without education, it is impossible to achieve sustainable development and happiness. Although many sectors have witnessed progress in Nepal, still there is much more to do. According to him, EU focused on technical and vocational education and training TVET in light of the returnee migrants who were hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. UNDP representative said the program will help reintegrate at least 150,000 people, prioritizing human migrants. The UNDP similarly Dakshata project team leader Eric Winter skimmed said the returning migrant workers grant fund is channeled to support a key challenge which emerged with a global pandemic, that is reintegration of returnee migrant workers who bring with them a large of skills, not all of which may be officially recognized through qualifications and skills. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news.